Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. In the last video, we finally got through the Black Omen. And since the last time, I have gotten everything that I've needed. We now have a Prism Helm for Chrono, a Prism Helm and a Prism Dress for Luca, a Prism Helm and a Prism Dress for Marl, a Prism Helm for Frog, a Prism Helm and a Prism Dress for Ayla, nothing for Magus, and a Prism Helm for Robo. So I've already gotten through the Black Omen 3 times, and I have taken care of everything that I have needed to take care of, except one miscellaneous thing that I can think of. You're probably wondering why I suddenly have 6 cats of various colors downstairs in Chrono's house in 1000 AD, and when I go upstairs, I have 5 more. Well, that's because I was able to go to the Millennial Fair, get a ton of silver points, spend it all on getting a cat, and then spending it all on getting cat food at Norstein Beckler's tent over the course of a couple of hours. And because of that, I am able to have 11 cats in Chrono's house, which is the maximum you can have. So you're probably wondering how I ended up with 11 cats. Well, allow me to explain how. First off, I headed to the Millennial Fair. I changed my party to Chrono, Luca, and Marl just because I felt like it. Now, believe it or not, I wanted to get a whole bunch of silver points, but guess what? I found out for the first time in my entire life that there is a limit. You can only have up to 200 silver points before the game decides you can't have any more. I didn't even know there was a limit. So, with that in mind, I just go to Norstein Beckler's tent with all the points that I'm allowed to have. Now, when I head to Norstein Beckler's tent, I choose the 80-point game. Now, for the 80-point game, you have to shoot rocks at 3 monsters and send them back into the doorway in the back wall. As this goes on, one of your party members will be lowered onto a torch, and if they get fried, it's game over. There is a little sparkle to the left that you can go up to, face, and press A to raise the chain back up and bring your partner back up. But the monsters will be allowed to advance a little bit. I get the middle and right monsters out of the way quickly before focusing on the one on the left. And once I do that, I'm able to get a cat. Alright. We now have our cat, and we can now go to Chrono's house to see it. And sometimes the cat will follow you around, sometimes it won't. Now, we have 0 ounces of cat food right now, and we need to get more. Now, we could play this game again, or we could play the 10-point game over and over again with Chrono in the lead position in our party. Alright, so we're gonna have Vix, Wedge, and Piet introduce themselves again. And if we can guess it right, we can get more cat food, but it doesn't look like we'll be doing that at the moment. Not unless I can guess this right. Sometimes I might be able to do this, sometimes I won't. I read in one of the FAQs on Game FAQs, not sure which one, that if you pick the one furthest away from the two, you can get it right sometimes. But I don't think it's working. I should have picked the one on the left or on the right. Yeah, this can be a bit of a pain, but it can be done. Actually, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and play this again. So let me see if I can do this again. You do have a few seconds before somebody does get lowered into the fire. And because we have the cat food, well, we have the cat food now, but because we have the cat, we now have cat food. And we are now down to 10 silver points. So, let's go ahead and check our cat food. See what we have. And we have 22 ounces of cat food. Very nice. So, now that we have a means of playing this game, we need to get silver points again. And I know just how to do it. We can just beat up Gato over and over again until we get back to 200. And thankfully, because we're so powered up and we don't have to get any tech points, we can do this super easily. I love how you can see Chrono in the lead position, shaking his head at the dead end before the screen goes into the screen transition, by the way. And yeah, I'd rather not run away before I get my points again. So, I might as well do this because it's the fastest and the easiest way to get up to 200, or at least up to 160. I mean, I could do the drinking contest where I basically just mash the A button as much as possible just to drink 8 cans, but that would get very tiring very quickly. I mean, I'm not Takahashi from the old Hudson Soft. It's not like I can press the A button 16 times per second. And I wish there was an other way. to see how many points you have. But I might as well do this. Oh, come on! There we go. Oh, it's only 5. Really? I thought it'd be 10. Well, back to Gato it is. Yeah, you don't even get as much points off of the soda guzzling contest than you do off of Gato, which is a bit of a shame. Alright. Now we should have... Dang it. We should have more... Or rather, we should have enough silver points to do this again. So, let's go ahead and try this. After speaking to this woman, of course. Alright. Let's do this. So I might as well re-explain how I do this again. This time under live commentary. So I want to focus on the two in the middle and the right before I grab the sparkle on the left that allows me to pull the rope. And if I'm fast enough, I can pull the rope down, bring Luca up away from the flame, and then I'll only have to worry about one of these Kilwalas. And because I can just keep standing there and holding up while pressing A over and over again, I can easily take care of the third one. Now, how much did that net us? 44 ounces of cat food. Well, it looks like we're going to have to do this again. I know that the more cat food you get, the more cats you can have. So we're going to try this again. Alright, so we're destroying Gato. Again. We're getting the silver points. Again. I'm trying desperately to keep this interesting. Again. Given how my commentary style is. All I can really tell you is that this will take quite a bit of work. I will try to see what it will take to get a third cat. Because if you get enough cat food, you'll get a third cat. So, in order to do this, I need to keep playing that game, and I need to keep beating up Gato, just so I can get the silver points necessary to do this. I could play the guessing game, but... well, there's a 1 in 3 chance that you're going to get that right. And 1 in 3 is 33.3 repeating 4%. Which means that the odds are not in your favor with that game. The 80-point game is a lot harder, but it requires skill more than luck. and of course having a sound strategy as well as the thumb agility to do it. Also, I wish there was somebody in that tent so that way I could be like, oh, hey. Go up to them, press A, and then find out how many silver points I have without having to go too far away from Gato. That would be nice. I mean, the tent feels kind of like dressing at this point. Okay. We have 80 points again. So let's go ahead and play the game again. And we need to be able to do the same thing that we did the last time around. All right. And only had to pull the rope once. Now we're doing it. Okay. So now that we have a third bag of cat food, let's go back to Chrono's house. We still don't have a third cat. But we probably have 62 ounces of cat food. I'm guessing it's kind of random how much cat food you get. I mean, I was getting 22 ounces, then I was getting 20 ounces. Then I was getting another 20 ounces. Maybe I always get 20 ounces. And maybe I just had 2 left over from playing this game and playing one of the games and getting cat food out of it, but I don't remember ever getting cat food. Very weird. So, let's go ahead and fight Gato 5 more times. Is it possible to mess it up? Can't believe I did that. Yeah, you actually have to get the silver points before you leave. That's unfortunate. I keep thinking I can just leave for some reason. And I'm not going to get those other 15 points retroactively. It seems. Like, watch, she's just going to tell me I have 35. Yep. So I can't leave immediately once I beat Gato, which is a really weird and also really easy mistake you can make. Which I find rather unfortunate. So it looks like I'm going to have to keep fighting until I do this again. Also, I wonder what you have to do to get more cats to show up. Like, do you get enough cats after a certain amount of cat food, or do you need to be away from Chrono's house for a while, or what have you? I'm honestly wondering at this point. I've never really done this ever in the entire time that this game has been burned into my memory. So, you're all finding out along with me. And I'm just going to fight Gato again just to be safe. Because, hoo boy, it's going to be something. Alright. Now, how many silver points do we have? I would love to know. 95. Okay, good. I did this. I went over on purpose. Good. Let's try this again. And at this point, I'm really able to get in the groove. Of how I can do this. All right. There we go. And we have more cat food. Also, I was spending a little more time there than I thought I would. And I don't want to spend too much time on that game because the more time you spend, the harder it can get. Okay, 82 ounces of cat food. Alright. And talking to Chrono's mom doesn't say something. So we're going to try this again. I wish there was an easier, faster way to get silver points. I know this is boring as anything, but honestly, this is the only real way I can do it. And while Chrono was doing the attack over there, I thankfully have my laptop on, and I can go ahead and see exactly how I can do stuff. Like maybe I can find out this way or something. This way or that. All right. Okay. Well, the strategy wiki's not telling me anything. Though I can look up cat food here. Non-combat items. Okay, let's look up cat food on this thing. Really? Also, I should probably turn the speaker on the laptop off just to be on the safe side there. And that's not helping me. Okay. And I'm not getting anything as far as game facts and strategy wiki is going. I can't believe I'm doing these battles and playing around on Google at the same time. And Apparently you need around 60 ounces of cat food to get a new cat. But at the same time... Ah, okay. So it's not random. I did get some cat food. And maybe I just don't even remember it because it's taken so long for me to complete this Let's Play. You get 20 ounces of cat food every time you win cat food. And apparently it does get used up, and the more that you have, the easier it is to get a new cat. Now, according to this answer that I'm looking at on the GameFAQs board for Chrono Trigger, you need at least 60 ounces. Also, Microsoft Bing really helped with that as well. So... at this rate, we should have more than enough. We have 90 silver points. I could trade in 10 silver points for money, but at this rate, I don't even need money in this game anymore. I have no use for money in the game for the rest of the game. And therefore, getting money is not going to do much for me. Alright. There we go. So that should give us another... that should get us to 102 ounces in total. Let's see what happens if we go to the... still no cat. 103 ounces of cat food. Am I just getting... just... somewhere around 20 every time I do this now? I could have sworn I had 82 ounces last time. I'm going to keep battling Gato. And... I'm going to see what I can do. Okay. Okay. I'm looking up a Reddit post. Okay, every time the party enters the fountain area of Lean Square, the amount of cat food decreases by 0 to 3 grams. If that exhausts your cat food supply, there is an approximately 4 to 35% chance that you will lose a cat. I didn't know that. The greater the number of cats, the greater chance one will disappear. Provided you still have some cat food, the probability that you will gain a cat is between 0 and 77%. The less cats you have, the greater the chance that an extra one will appear. After a new cat has appeared, the amount of cat food will drop between 2 to 200. The more cats there are, the more likely the large amount of food will disappear. And the maximum number of cats you can have is 11. The minimum is 2. So, the chances of me getting a new cat is random. Oh, this video's gonna take a while. Oh, dear. I'm going to have to bookmark this. I'm going to bookmark this, even though it's all going to be on the laptop. And there we go. So we now know stuff. And now I just need to apply it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight Gato a few more times. And I'm gonna play the game again. I'm gonna fight Gato a couple more times, and I'm gonna play the game again. And if I do not get a cat the next time I make it to Chrono's house, I'll just start recording when, well, I wouldn't say I start recording, but you'll see when I have a new cat. So I'm going to jump Gato here one more time just to be on the safe side. And then I'm going to try it. I'm going to check my points, and then I'm going to try it. Again, I really wish you could do something with that tent. Would have been nice. Okay, we have the silver points. Let's do this. All right. Let's play this game again. I find it amazing There we go. And I managed to pull the rope at the last second. Nice. Now, let's see if anything has happened. We still have 2 cats. Oh, wait, we have a third one! We have a third cat! And, how am I gonna have a snooze when the cat's there? That's against the law. You don't do that. Ooh, shoot. So, apparently, if I manage to get to 100 ounces, there's a good solid chance that the number of ounces of cat food I have will drastically go down. So after you get a second cat, you can get a third cat, which will pop up upstairs. All right. We finally pulled this off. I'm glad. We have cats. As in more than 2 cats. So, I'm going to cut to every single time I have a new cat. Up until I get my 11th one. So, enjoy the weird little montage. I don't even know how I'm doing this because I'm recording this before I finish this entire video, but, well, you'll see how I managed to pull it off afterwards. Enjoy the cats. And that's how I have 11 cats. Took me a while, but I figured out how to do it. And that leaves me with nothing else but to face Lavos once and for all. And we're going to be doing that in the next video. So join me next time for what will be the finale of this game. But it won't be the end of the Let's Play, because I'm actually going to play New Game Plus after that. Which means I'm going to show off all of the potential endings that you can get. And I'll also try to do some other things, such as get everyone to declare me not guilty at the trial. And I'll also show off the ending, the normal ending, if you defeated Magus in 12,000 BC. So yeah, it's time to really wrap things up now and bring this game to a close, as much as I love it. So, until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!